And we're back! Apparently, our trial has been extended by one more day! And the Turnabout Samurai Day 3 investigation starts right now. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Wright and Co. Law offices. So now our goal is to try and find more evidence about what happened over in the actual scene of the crime, which is apparently at Studio 2. It did seem kind of odd that there was no blood in the crime scene, because maybe the body was moved to Studio 1. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Oh, Maya's back. Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Okay, so what it looks like, if it's like maximum 3 days of a trial, that's 3 days of a trial. The first day was just the investigation, and then day 2 started with trial, and then there was more investigation on day 2. So then the second day of trial was day 3. So we've only had 2 trial days so far. That's what I'm getting so far. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Anything else new to examine? If there's nothing new, I'm not going to read it out loud, because I need to preserve my voice for actually new stuff. It looks a little swollen. Either trying to make it grow or she's perfecting her water torture technique. Horrendous amount of legal books here. Nothing else in here though. Should we talk? The Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? As I've said, this is my speculation, because Jack Hammer is trying to relive his days as the star hero of the show, or of the movie. So by getting into the Steel Samurai costume, like, they look like they're built to be about the same. They have the same build, same height probably. I'm sure Jack Hammer would fit in the costume, and also includes a face covering, so you don't know who's in it. You don't know for sure. What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But then Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP Powers, right? Sounds good to me. This is Cody's. Hey, a digital camera. I'm impressed a kid like him would have something this expensive. Kids these days. I don't imagine spirit mediums in training get a lot of toys. What do you think about this? It's that fanboy's prized possession. Wow, impressive. It's a little different from the Steel Samurai on TV. These are mostly taken at those PR shows they do at stores and fairs. Pretty sure it's not even Will Powers inside that suit. No true fan would be satisfied with anything less than the real thing. He's still a child, I suppose. I guess it takes an adult to appreciate the real deal, right, Nick? I mean, what is the adult age in Japan or whatever where this game takes place? Because in most of the world and in the country, the age is 18 where you're a legal adult, and Maya here is 17. So is she technically an adult? I don't know. Yeah, whatever you say. I wish I had my own samurai spear. Just think, I could poke you as much as I wanted. Me? Why me? Who would have thought that it was Jack Hammer inside? But why did he steal it? That's what I have to figure out. Hmm? How about if we go move somewhere? To the detention center, perhaps? October 19th. Detention center, visitor's room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick. You must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP. Only one day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. Ha ha ha! I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please. Please, this is no laughing matter. Nothing new with this guy. Frozen in awe of Will Powers. There's still not much. So he can't really use this. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? Chemo, hello!
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
How you doing, Chemo? What's that? I've never seen these steel samurais in my life. These are the steel samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all of these pictures himself. Seeing these like this makes me think. I mean so much to these kids, you know? Regarding the murder weapon, yes? Is it heavy, that spear? It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think an average person would be able to swing it around effectively. And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run-through? Oh yes, I goofed around the kick, you see? I broke the spear. Security lady fixed it for me right away, though. With duct tape, we heard. But there's still no note of, like... Okay, I can see the duct tape closer up there, so maybe never mind. Here's that picture again. Is that really Jack Hammer inside that suit? He's the one who it could have been. But why would he? Yeah, why? You're the medium. Why don't you summon up Mr. Hammer's spirit and ask him yourself? Huh, give me about 3 more years. Look at us, the 2 novices. I guess we can talk a bit more. Because I'm still thinking that it's like, the dude just wants to relive being the star of the show, the hero. Producer Vasquez, but we don't know who the murderer could have been or why. That's why we're trying to figure out a motive. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors, anyhow. Can you tell me about anything, Mr. Manila? Still going at this one, I see. It's taken a little while. Apparently the whole thing got extended. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a miner, straight to video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manila. I heard he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I get it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with people that are, let's say, on the larger size jumping. I mean, look at Mario. He jumps fine. He's one of the best in the world. Can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. We just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? Yeah, that might be important information. Can present anything else. So he was a big star, and then Vasquez came in, was like, hey, we need some newer, younger Mr. Universe to take over the star role. Okay, the thing is, like, the Steel Samurai, they wear a mask, so we don't know who's inside of there. I don't know about the Evil Magistrate. Is that character showing their face? Because we don't know what the Evil Magistrate costume actually looks like, do we? We can go to the studio. Global Studios main gate. Old bag. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful. Like this. When she's not talking, I agree. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if you wanted. She's not talking to us. Maybe she did do it. You eat, you die. Oh. Yeah, maybe not so much. Whew, she's alive. Can we examine some stuff? The main entrance to the studios. Police officer. Hauling film equipment around. Overhead map at the studios. It runs the studio cameras. It's been turned off for the day. Security guard station. Runs the security cameras. So, are we... Because I feel like this game is much simpler than I'm probably thinking, because I have a habit of overthinking. So, I'm thinking that Salmonella probably did the murder, if it has to be one of those two. But it was Vasquez's idea to do so, so they're both responsible. But maybe they were trying to kill off Will Powers, but didn't realize that Jack Hammer was inside of the suit. Maybe one of the things that could have brought their studios back into the limelight was a murder of their main star. But they didn't know that Jack Hammer was inside of the suit, did they? But hey, a murder of one of their stars of the show, that would certainly get in the news and bring their studios back into light. You know, but no, there's no such thing as negative press. You know, you've heard that phrase? I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the old studio's bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Sal Minella, the director? Sal? He's a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, and I think he likes it. That doesn't surprise me. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Maybe they have some sort of like dominatrix type of relationship? He seems like the kind of guy who will take any kind of action. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No. No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Call him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed off this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. No, I think he would. That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Miss Oldback, what do you think of this? Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking, thank you very much. That's how I'm like most of the time. I don't feel like thinking today. What do you think of this? Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking. Miss Oldback? What? Get that filth out of my sight. And you're claiming that's poor old Hammer in there? And I thought you were such an innocent youth! Ah! Alright, well there's nothing else that I can present or talk to her about. So I guess we'll move on. Maybe we should go back to the employee area? Let's start by going back here. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah! Gumshoe! No touching. Eek! Uh-oh. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean... I almost had a heart attack. I guess I could be a little dramatique at times. I suppose that's the actor in me. Dramatique, indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Let me see if there's anything new. Agreed's still lying there. Ah! They've seen wisdom at last. Didn't know if they fixed it, I'd just kick it off again. That poor assistant. I just got a Steam message. Objection! You probably heard that. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. I think I already read that. Never mind. Blaze lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of these plates, minus the steak. Must be the storage room. It's not locked. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh, it's so normal. Nothing much in here then, is there? Can we talk to you? Good sir? So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to those sleeping pills. See? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow! Neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything is in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. Things are going somewhere. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with a hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. So furious. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle found on a table in the employee area bears Jack Hammer's fingerprints. Sweet. Well, things are looking pretty good, aren't they? Let's go inside the dressing room. Oh hey, it's Penny. You're still suspicious. She's very sus. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. Or trying to get rid of the evidence that you did it. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all that you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! Must be his own clothes. Oh, sorry, I haven't cleaned up there yet. box for snacks on the table. They must give these to employees. It's completely empty. You can feel Maya's eyes burning into it from the back of my neck. Not quite as spiky as usual. That's a little bit different. Wow, you remembered, Nick. Thanks to you. Samurai Boogie Woogie, is that what they said? Powers his bag. I put all of WP's personal belongings in there. He'll be able to come pick them up, right? I'm sure he'll come, yes. Alright, I guess there's nothing else to examine, so let's talk. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set in the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? Studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. That might be important. Just casually putting it out that they don't want to make the Steel Samurai anymore, so they literally kill him off. Literally killing off the main actor for the show. They want to forget this all ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? She was a big fan, if I recall. Yeah, I think she was. That was one of the first things she told us. How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No! That can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Why am I doing take that to Penny over here? And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think that you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Oh. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, hold on. So if someone died, it was Hammer's fault. Maybe what happened this time around is that they were trying to kill off Will Powers inside the Steel Samurai suit and trying to once again blame it on Jack Hammer as the one being responsible for this death. Maybe this was all supposed to be some sort of framing to make it look like Jack Hammer was supposed to kill the Steel Samurai for real. What if this is all just a setup? Like someone's trying to get after Jack Hammer for whatever reason. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. Because otherwise, the news would get out that he was responsible for someone's death in Studio 2. I wonder if they covered that up as well. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Well, that was a lot of very useful information. I have to keep this all in the back of my head. Can we talk to you about some new information that we just learned? Sir Edgeworth is out of control. None of that's very new, is it? What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do you think they made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? Let's see if we can talk to Miss Oldbag here. I wanted to ask you about what happened 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols. Nick? Henry Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Trudging up dirt on someone's past like that? And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I don't have proof yet. Proof? Well, no. See? See? I see how you work. Anything that doesn't fit, you blame on the dead. Well, just butt out, lawyer boy. She knows something. But how am I gonna get her to talk? I think we might have to move around a little bit more. How about outside Studio 1? Are we gonna talk to someone out here too? Okay, so I guess it is a blue studio door. Blue Studio 1 door. Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? Maybe he was trying to go to Studio 2 to cover up some evidence that he was responsible for a murder? A lot of speculation going on here. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Mr. Monkey. Or they found Jack Hammer's body. I still think the murder happened over here and then they dragged his body elsewhere. I don't have that card key anymore, so I can't go in there today. I'm bushed. This is exactly why I don't want to get old, ever. Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired. Like, when you start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over. There's photos of everyone who comes through the gate. It's not switched on today. It says welcome. They let people in here when they're not filming, right? Nick, let's come here someday. What do you say? Sure, if Miss Oldbag lets us in. Glaciera, hello! Hi! How you doing? Nothing else over here? Outside Studio 2. There must be something going on here. Oh yeah, the producer lady, she's pretty sus, isn't she? Hey, Nick! It's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? She doesn't want to talk. You know, she knows her Fifth Amendment rights. Yeah, you're sus, aren't you? Hello. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she has to say, apparently. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. I think I already did all this. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too? Something wrong? I don't know. I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. Yeah, my question is, where the hell are the leftover bones from the T-bone steak? Where are the bones? That's my question. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This may as well be a junkyard. Are those flowers normally red, or are they covered in blood? Oh wait, I just noticed something. There are some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. I just noticed this, right here. Can I use my mouse at all? Look at this. I just noticed that. That's very suspicious. But we can't look at it, though? Why is this part of the fence bent out like that? Spear-shaped. It is spear-shaped. Maybe this is what stabbed Mr. Hammer. Because maybe what happened is that Mr. Hammer fell onto this, it killed him, And then, in a way to cover up this death, the two of them move the body to Studio 1. That's what I'm thinking happened. But we still don't know what for sure made the head fall off of that big statue. They said it was a gust of wind, but I still believe it was more than that. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here the day of the murder and... Shh. Huh? Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it. She's the killer. Miss Faye Blood speaks to me. My Faye Blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves? By yourselves? Oh dear. She doesn't want to talk at all, does she? This is very sus, though. Actually, should I present something to her? She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? And a large bone. If this was on the same day, what happened to the bone of the steak? I don't think I'm gonna get anything out of this, am I? A samurai spear. It seems to be the same shape as the thing that's down here. That's very suspicious, and I just noticed it. Was it always like that? So I don't remember that being there before. Let's go inside the trailer. Studio 2 trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. But if they were looking to cancel it, then why are they designing new stuff? That seems kind of weird. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. Oh, because the show was too expensive? That's why they canceled the show? I can't believe they spend so much money on those sets. Is no one going to talk about that? The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. Winter's coming. Oh my god! That movie was the best. It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing samurai stars? What's next? Ninja ballet? Samurai Summer. Poster's quite old. It's been years since I saw that show. It's one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. Typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Big old bottle of soda still. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. But weren't there 3 other people here? Some bigwigs? The thing is, there's 5 chairs. One of them was for the producer, one for the director. What are the other 3 chairs for? Or who? Do we have any information on who those bigwigs are? We haven't seen them. Are they not important to the story? You know what I haven't done yet? I don't think I've presented the sleeping bottle to Penny, have I? Yeah, she doesn't want to talk at all, does she? Let's go back to Studio Main Gate. Have I tried presenting some stuff? I don't want to think about it anymore. She doesn't want to talk. So I don't have proof of what happened 5 years ago, but maybe I need to do something. Go back to the detention center. Well, let's go back to the employee area. Maybe we need to present some stuff. About that bottle. Oh, that? Talk about embarrassing, pal. Can't believe I missed that on my first sweep for evidence. Don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth. Must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility. Oh, blush. It's looking like Will Powers was drugged. I'm going to go back to the precinct to do some more detailed tests. You're being very free with your information today, Detective. Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Huh? Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone but you up there, Powers would be done for by now. Oh, someone like me, maybe? I'm guessing I know as much as you about that as I do, pal, i.e. nothing. So there's some stuff, if I present it to people, they're not gonna say anything about it. So not much else that we can talk about right now. Go back to the dressing room. What's that? An empty bottle of sleeping pills. With Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. Now I'm really confused. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what to make of that. Wow! Wow! It must have taken him forever to collect all these. Kids love the Steel Samurai. They do, don't they? So this photo was Mr. Hammer all along? It seems that way. Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? I'm sorry. I'm not sure what to make of that. Well, if there's nothing else to talk about here... maybe we need to go to the detention center again, talk to Will Powers. You have anything interesting to say? Stop taking on big roles. Gave up being a star 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, there was an accident. Miss Vasquez showed up. This is all very sus around Miss Vasquez. For sure. Excuse me? Hold on, nothing so far, is there? Well, the only thing we haven't actually done yet is, if we talk 5 years ago... Where'd you hear that from? Penny Nichols. Is claim that Hammer Soul Powers costume? Yeah, the proof. I have to provide proof in order to make progress here. Sorry, Miss Oldbank, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammerstall powers his costume. What's that supposed to prove? That means nothing to me. Nick, I'm kind of having trouble figuring that one out too. Wrong evidence? But I know Oldbag knows something. I have to get her to talk. Alright, I have to show different proof. This? Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on that plate. Yeah, you can't get out of this one, Miss Oldbag. We got you good! I see. Poor, poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an incident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. Oh, that's a lot. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. Oh, that doesn't surprise me. She seems kind of creepy and scary. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag? Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Oh. So that's the Studio 2 accident, right? Oh, so that's what the thing was bent over. That's why the thing was bent over. That was from 5 years ago. Wait a second. This is the picture. This is the picture. Is that the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on the top of those stairs there. Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the core record. Yeah, that's very important. Yeah, I would say that's pretty damn good evidence. Can we move somewhere? To the employee area, perhaps? Detective Gumshoe must have left by now. He's probably thinking about what to do in tomorrow's trial. I bet Edgeworth is pretty angry with him. The assistant must have gone off somewhere. The stuff about Mr. Hammer must have come as a shock to her. No one's here anymore? Actually, no, I wanted to see what else was in here. Nothing new? Mr. Powers' bag. I hope WP can come pick it up himself soon. Soon. Nothing yet. Wait, hold on. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Well, we can be pretty sure that WP did take a nap here, like he said. I'm not sure being drugged counts as taking a nap. I think we need to, talk to Miss Vasquez about something important. Excuse me, miss. We have very important evidence. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady. Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway. Miss Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Things are really picking up here, aren't they? Is she gonna try and kill me? You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez. You were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident. How are you so sure? She's creepy. What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Oh, she looks so evil. She's manipulating me. She's trying to. That's some sus behavior right there. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard. Believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. I find it kind of find that hard to believe, actually. Why would you not make copies before you printed it out and brought it to the place? Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys. Oh, crap. Is that the mafia? Well, that can't be good. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What did you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Uh-oh, this can't be good. Hold it right there! Gumshoe to the rescue! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me, now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. We're not being erased! Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe? Thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick? It looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. To be continued. She is very suspicious indeed. Yes, we shall indeed save our progress up till now. Final day. Trial. Well, there we go. It can only go up till day 4. We will check this out next time. Thanks for watching so far.